perhaps I was made for a time like this. But how do I know that this is for me and this is my purpose? That's why I pray for major blessings. I pray God guided me safely through my adolescence. Went through many trials and I learned many lessons. Even when I was lost, I had faith and I stayed with it. And I finally found me. It was easy to do once I realized I was worth finding. Now I can see that silver lining. Only time can tell if it all goes well. Hope I make a difference before I say farewell. They say you're the best when you're homegrown, and even better from the 850.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of From Boys to Men. I am your host, Terry Mr. King, and I'm here with my co-host,
Eddie Bunch.
Eddie Bunch is in the building. And also, we got a special guest. Our special guest today, we actually got a female on the podcast for a female perspective on a topic. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Ashley.
Ashley with the green eyes.
With the green eyes.
With the green eyes. All right. And Ashley, I just want to say thank you for being on the podcast today.
Absolutely.
It was kind of a last minute thing, substitute.
A little bit.
And she actually coming through for us right now.
Okay.
But actually, we're going to stick to our main topic. We're talking about relationships and egos. So, in a relationship, what do y'all really require from your partner? You know, Eddie.
Personally, communication, because I can overthink, and I'm not trying to fight with myself and you at the same time. So definitely that. And a bit understanding, coming from a chaotic household, not knowing how to do things all the time.
Facts.
So you got to at least be able to cut somebody some slack. But if you can't, then that's understandable. Then you just ain't for me.
Facts.
How about you, Ashley?
What about you, Ashley?
I definitely say communication. I mean, like you're saying, you don't know what anyone else is thinking. So unless you express that, then you really have no idea what they're thinking. You can't make assumptions. So I think communication is definitely number one. Trying to think what else. Anyone else?
I say communication is the top one for relationships, but also it's got to be an understanding and trust. Because if you look at it, communication plays a big role in everything. Because the way you communicate determines how people understand you. And if you have understanding, you can build trust. So it's a lot of different scenarios I feel like is needed in relationships. But I really feel like most people don't sit down and talk about what do they need as far as in the relationship. What is their requirements from their partners. They just expect them to automatically.
I was going to say, you can't just expect them to know at all times what you're thinking or what you want.
Exactly, because women feel like we can read their minds. We can't. And then they get mad at us for not reading their minds.
Yeah.
It's true, right?
Oh, yeah, it's true.
And then
I'm not disagreeing with you.
All right, so why do y'all get mad when we can't read y'all minds?
See, this is hard because I feel like it really depends on the situation, so I can't speak for everyone. But I know there are certain things that it's kind of like, why wouldn't they understand that? Or why would they think that? And then you just kind of have to reel yourself in and be like, okay, well, they're not in my head. They don't know what I'm thinking. So, yeah, but.
Okay. What about you, Eddie?
Wait, let's run that back. What's my answer?
All right, why do you think that women think you can read their minds?
Well, I think especially if, you've been together with someone for a long time, it's less of, you're upset with them for not knowing and more, disappointed. I don't know, especially if you needed them to understand in that moment, then it's oh, damn, I wish you understood, but, I can't really blame you.
Yeah, because I feel like you got to look at it like this. There's so many different factors that go into the way a person thinks. You got to think about the way they grew up, the type of household they come from. You got to really so many different layers because their past experience is not the same as yours. So you can't understand, all right, so say, we have a whole falling out because something wasn't cool by something I did as in your book versus what I feel like is okay in my book.
Yeah.
So really it's just come that communication and really once you feel like, hey, something is foul, y'all need to address it, like you said, like right at that time, so we can get a better understanding of like what y'all need, respect wise, boundaries and everything. Because I feel like anything in life, people are testing the boundaries that they can push and accept it.
And then, like you said, I mean, you can grow from that. Like, your relationship will grow from that. If you do something that you thought was okay and they thought was wrong, well, y'all obviously aren't understanding where the other is coming from. So if you can, like, work that out, then you're obviously going to grow from that as a relationship.
Facts.
So, two things. How do y'all utilize the talking stage? Is it to build that trust, or more like trying to figure out if you can deal with that person?
I feel like, well, ladies first. Ladies first.
Oh, well, see, that's hard because, I don't know. I think mainly trying to figure out, like, their expectations and what they're wanting, and if they align with what you want. And like you said, just kind of trying to understand their values and what's going on, and then so
All right, I say talking stage is really just, all right, this is how I look at it. I use the talking stage as a test for women, because I'm trying to see, like, all right, are you a genuine person? Are you actually are you fucking with me because of who I am, or do you really care about me?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will fuck with you just for who you are versus like trying to build something and get to know you and everything.
Absolutely.
Like, if I say like this, dudes, I seen a video and I agree with this video. It said, if the girl doesn't do 5 random acts of kindness for you in that talking stage, drop her. At first I was like,
how long is your talking stage?
It determines on the person. And like, if you see like them working towards stuff and everything else, they're getting better, the talking stage can be like, think about it. Talking stage is really before I say, hey, yo, you my girl. Like, we established a relationship. So the talking stage could be ran out for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. But it's just depend on the person, because it's going to be like, all right, what am I willing to put up with? How long am I willing to give this person? It's so, like I was saying, dating and like talking and different little scenarios, it plays so many different factors that comes into it. The older you get, the more factors that get.
True.
I think really when you're young, I feel like you shouldn't date whatsoever. No offense to none of y'all young people, but y'all should not date, because
you gotta learn somewhere.
I understand that, but look, I really feel like the first, like when you get out of high school, you actually go to college and everything else too. The first 2 to 3 years, you need to find out who you are.
I would say that's a lot of like
Personal growth.
Yeah.
You got to grow first.
Individual development.
Exactly. You also got to figure out like what you like. Who are you? Like, what type of person you like? Because think about it. You could have so many different suitors come up to you, but you don't know nothing about yourself. How you going to teach them about yourself? So I feel like this. Nobody should date in the first 3 years after they get out of high school. I feel like they shouldn't start dating until like 21, 22. You can hook up, do whatever. Get all that out of the way. Because a lot of people get in relationships and then they never went through no whole phase, or how you want to say it. And like, bro, the whole phase is for you to start experiencing like what you like as a person, like sexually wise, and everything else too. Is like, bro, you shouldn't, juggle around people. You could juggle around people, but let people know exactly what's on. It's like, hey, yo, I'm not looking for nothing. I'm just this, that, and the third. Like, it's okay. Like, bro, people shame the whole phase, but no, the people that go through the whole phase end up being the people that actually, when they're in a relationship, they're the most faithfulest people. They're with you just because they want to be with you, not because you feel me?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, you're not wrong, because I mean they got all that out the way already, and there's never like those doubts in your head, like, oh, maybe I could find something better.
Exactly.
But for me personally, the talking stage is like, can I be around you? Like,
yeah, honestly.
Like, you could be pretty, you could be funny, like maybe at a function or two, but like,
how well do y'all actually like
connect?
Yeah, connect, exactly.
Like, if you're annoying, like, I'm sorry, I can't be around you.
And then you learn like the little things, like,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, just personally, I've talked to people and then I'm like, little things that they do, I can't be around that. I mean, that sounds bad, but like,
You know your boundaries.
you learn that, and then like, okay, well,
red flags go up.
yeah,
Little X.
Leave.
yeah.
So wait, on that topic, have you ever like been talking to a dude, right? Because
Yeah.
I hear this one all the time. You talking to a dude, and then you happen to see his ass crack. How does that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, man.
Is it hairy?
I don't know that I've ever seen an ass crack while in the talking stage.
Like getting out the car or nothing.
Yeah,
Damn.
not that I can recall.
Yeah.
True.
All right, but I'm gonna say like this too. I feel like talking stage is different for men than it is for women. Because all right, women already has like everybody know this. Women have they get with who they want to get with. Guys get with who we can get with. You know, depends like who you are. But at the same time, it's like girls they juggle more people around than guys, technically. So I feel like their talking stages, they trying to figure out who's the best option versus getting to know one another. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of the same thing. Because, like, in that same thread, like, yeah, they got a bunch of options, but that's just because dudes are dudes. And, like, a lot of the time, just because a dude is interested in you like that don't mean that they got any intentions to be like that. Yeah. So, like, the longer you get to know them, the better you see their intentions and who they truly are. Because people get tired of keeping up that mask.
Yeah, but I say, like, really, most guys from the jump, they're the people that are, like, the romantics. And then in high school, they get their heart crushed and everything, and they're saying, it's all out the window. It go fuckboy season after that. It's like this: you give their heart to the one person, and they destroy it, and they shatter it, and everything else.
And that's a change of mindset.
A whole different mindset. Yep. Then you evolve into this person who's like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm not giving nobody else my heart. I'm like, bro, after that, like, you don't just give it to you. They got to earn it. Like, really, you got to take them through hell in order for you guys to say, bro, yeah, I gave you my heart. Versus like when at first they like so genuine, like, I was a lover boy. I'm gonna tell you this right now, I was the nice guy, and I realized this nice guy is not gonna get me nowhere, but except, hurt and left behind. And that, you put your guards up, and then next thing you know, fuck boy Chris came out, and then I'm not gonna lie, it's funny. When you know you're not shit, everybody want to fuck with you. But when you actually was genuine, nobody wanted to be there. And I think it comes with the perception of girls like the bad boys. But then later on, they realize, I don't want a bad boy.
I want someone to take care of me and like all that,
Yeah.
Or like you were saying earlier, or like we were talking about earlier, I mean, I feel for guys a lot of the time because I mean, a lot of girls, like, you're damned if you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Like, if you don't initiate conversation, they're like, oh, well, he's obviously not interested. But then if you do, like you're saying, you might get called
a creep.
Or
a weirdo. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Get away from me.
So it's like you can't win in that situation.
Exactly.
See, that whole nice boy, like, me personally in high school, like, because I had so many friends that were women, I knew not to trust them. Like,
exactly.
I had a sister growing up. Like, I knew the game, so it was like, just try not to take things personally.
You ain't gonna get me.
Yeah, like yeah, you could be nice and genuine and all, but like, be it like nobody is just nice and good. Like, you can't nice or bad. You can't label them that because it's all about like the context and how they act in that moment. Fact. So if you genuine and somebody doesn't fuck with it, then it just wasn't meant for you at that point. And like, if you have to change your personality to get it, then how tiring is that going to be for you later?
Right.
So like, it is fucked up that a lot of people with genuine intentions get screwed over, but at the end of the day, like, that kind of helps them also learn their boundaries and self-love and not giving out so much because they've been screwed over like that.
Facts. All right, who you think cheat more? I say women, no offense. But
really?
I really believe women cheat more.
Women in talking stages and guys in relationships.
Ooh, damn.
Oh, I kind of.
But no, I have the rebuttal. I feel like women still cheat when they're in relationships.
Oh, they definitely do.
But all right,
And
what's
I
your
got so
matter of
many
fact? What's your
homegirls.
definition of cheating? Because look, with women, they're emotional. So I feel like anytime they're like giving somebody their attention or getting emotional attached to them, that's cheating. Guys is more just a physical thing because you can fuck another person, then be like, it ain't really nothing. I'm like, I don't really care for you. I still like there for the other person. But I feel like with women, since they consider themselves more emotional, I think when they actually start giving other guys attention, they start fantasizing about them in the head. I feel like they're cheating.
True. Well, would you like to go first?
I mean, see, that's hard because I would say, I don't know, for relationships personally, I want to make my intentions clear and my boundaries clear at the beginning. So, I mean, yeah, obviously, I'm not going to want you going and hanging out with other girls without me.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff like that. But I mean, also at the same time, you have to understand that they're going to have girlfriends, like friends that are girls and other than you, and that's okay. And I think all of that just goes back to being like secure in yourself and in your relationship and having that trust and honesty. And so,
It's very important.
Yeah. What about you, Eddie?
Cheating for me personally is anything that you wouldn't want me to see.
yeah.
Like,
So if they don't see it, are you cheating?
well, yeah, I'm still cheating. Like, I know I'm still cheating. Damn, I know I was still cheating, but you know, if I'm doing something, like you get like that gut feeling, you know, like you
And
know
you
what
know,
you're doing, like, and you know that you don't want anybody else to like hear about this. Nah, that ain't it. So like
Facts.
that could go from emotional, like whether you out, somebody approach you and then you entertain it, or all the way up to like physically fucking them.
Okay.
It's gonna hurt at different levels, but all of that is still under like the branch of cheating. But you know, you also gotta define that at the beginning of the relationship so that you know, because cheating is a big boundary to cross, and like for most people, that's it if you cross it.
Facts. What about you, Ashley?
I mean, yeah, that's like summed up what I would think too. I completely agree with you saying if I wouldn't want them to know, then that's past the point of what I would accept.
All right, so say like this. Let's put this scenario. Say y'all cheated on y'all significant other, but they don't know. Would y'all tell them? And if y'all do tell them, would you want them to forgive you and move past it and try to rebuild something? Or would y'all say, all right, would you want to trash the whole thing? Because I'm trying to see perspective-wise. Because, just see perspective-wise.
I feel like it's a lot easier to say that you would tell them than to actually do it. But at the end of the day, I feel like that guilt would just eat me up. So like I would say something, and like I know that the longer I wait, the worse it's gonna be. So I would probably just blurt it out and have to deal with whatever that consequence is.
Facts.
And like at that point, you can't really be mad if they decide to break up with you and walk away. So that's why it's best to just like get it over with right then and there.
I agree. I mean, I'm a rule follower, and I always have been. So anytime I do something, I feel guilty about it. So I know that it would eat at me, because I just know, and I wouldn't let myself live that down. But then, like, as them forgiving me, honestly, I couldn't blame them if they wouldn't, because I know that it would be done for me. I mean, like, I'll forgive, but I won't forget type of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
I learned this a long time ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I never cheated, though. But I learned this. If I just say what's on my mind. I don't sugarcoat shit. That's just how I am. That's how you just got to accept me for who I am, because I'm going to say, well, regardless what's on my mind. If I feel like something's wrong, I'm going to let you know. And if I actually ever did cheat on somebody, I'll tell them. But I would talk to them more about it, because I was like, it's a underlying issue why if I did cheat, there had to be a reason. So I'm like, hey, it's because you're supposed to be doing this for me, but you're not doing this. You're not doing this part of your job. That's when it comes down back to the expectations of what you expect from a relationship. So it's like, if you're not meeting my expectations, before I cheat, I'll bring it up to you and talk to you about it.
So cheating wouldn't be an accident for you.
Cheating,
Your mistake.
hey,
It would just be like, you know, your needs weren't being met, so you went elsewhere.
and think about it, not even just that. I would actually break up with you before I cheat, but you know, girls give you like, if you just break up with somebody and you hook up with somebody within a 2-week period, the girl's gonna think, oh, you've been taught, you're still in a relationship technically.
Yeah. That was way too quick.
That was way too quick. But yet, when a woman does it, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, I was grieving, I was sad. I'm like, look, girls already have the next person lined up after every relationship.
Depends on the girl, I'd say.
I don't know. I'm a country boy, and every country girl I ran into, they still had the next person lined up.
Okay, how about this then? Not necessarily that you have them lined up, but you have, like, out of your friends, you would know who you would be with.
Yeah, that part.
Or, like, out of the people you know.
All right, out of all the guys you know that you're cool with, if you're in a relationship right now?
No.
All right, say you had a hypothetical boyfriend.
Okay.
It didn't work out. Would you know who will be next as far as the next person you would go to? Like, think about it. Y'all just broke up. Which guy friend you about to call and come over? And you already have that picked out basically, right?
I mean, not like that. I mean, obviously there are people that I'd go to talk to, but I don't know.
If things escalated from one of your friends that's in your friend group.
Yeah.
It escalated and y'all hook up and everything. Do you start dating them?
Like right after this other situation?
Yeah.
I mean, if I feel a connection. But I'm not one to just like relationship hop, you know?
Yeah, they do got some relationship hoppers out here.
Oh, yeah.
What? Hey, I was
big.
What? What's her name? Kim Kardashian.
Oh.
She was in.
She back with Kanye.
She was in the CVS with Drake.
That's crazy.
And now look at Pete. I feel bad for Pete. If that is true.
I know.
Because look, Pete is a good guy. Pete is a good guy, and like, look, first was Ariana, and look, she really. I don't even blame him for how he did her because she basically made him the other guy. Because after Mac Miller died, she was like, I understand that was your ex, but you with this guy, you were engaged to this guy. Like, yeah, you can. That's a grieving because that's the person that you was connected with. But you really just went in like, just the song said it. In Malcolm, you're my angel. Mac Miller was a great guy. I give him that. But you're in a relationship with this other guy, and then you just basically, bro. I feel bad for Pete. Like Pete talks about it. He go through a lot of depression, especially the caliber of women that he date and he pulls, and then how they treat him. Because they feel like he's just a tool and like, oh yeah, it's just a little fling thing. Bro, you playing with somebody's heart, man. Pete, I fuck with you. See,
but I feel like you gotta not only like establish a boundary on something like that, but also like use your brain. Like me personally, if I like, especially somebody as high profile as Kim, like you know she just got out of something. Yeah. You can't like you kind of know what the mindset is going into.
That's very true. It's kind of like. Yeah, I mean, obviously.
But she's a relationship hopper. Think about it.
Yeah. Is she really though?
Look, she just
got a marriage.
Look. I'm gonna break it all the way down. All right, she went from Ray J to Nick to Reggie Bush to Chris Humphries, and after Chris Humphries, who she was dating? She was dating somebody else. Then look, think about it. While she was with Kanye or whatever, Drake. A whole bunch of other names popped up too, and then Pete. Look, and she taking pictures with this man with Flavor Flav and her mama.
Yeah, that was wild. Wild.
Were they in like matching?
And matching. Yeah. You know who idea that was?
Chris?
No, it was Kim. Man, Kim is the mastermind behind the whole thing.
Come on,
that sex tape was planted.
Nigga, that was Chris. Chris Jenner worked harder than the devil.
That's true.
Nigga.
Yeah, she's like, we're gonna sell your body.
And Kanye was having that bullshit going on. She was trying to separate them from that.
True. They were trying to bring back keeping up with the Kardashians. That's what it is all about.
So let me ask y'all, what are some of y'all red flags in people in general?
Ooh, I'll let ladies go first.
You could categorize it by gender as well.
Ooh, well, let me plug in my phone first because it's about to die. But I'm gonna let y'all answer that question for a minute.
I've got to think about this.
That's gonna be a good one.
Red flags. Oh, see.
Well,
What
you want to think about
what
it
do you
first?
have? Yeah.
Well, I'll start off with the guys. I feel like if he always talking bad about people that he's around, and like not even just like acquaintances, like people that he claims are like his good friends. If he's constantly talking shit about them, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Because it's like, who are you really if you talking shit about everybody you care about? Who do you
That's
really
like
fuck with?
a big one that I've heard, but honestly, I find true. It sounds kind of silly, but like the way that he treats people when we're out, like if he treats like a waiter or like a server bad, I'm like, oh no, like respect. That's a big thing, and you can see that how a person talks to someone that they don't like really
Like they
know.
have nothing to gain.
Exactly.
That's
a
also a
big-
good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. All right, I give you a good answer. Let me plug in my cellular device so you won't die first. Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. We said red flags for like.
Both genders, but we just said one for men. So if you want to add on to that.
All right, red flag for men. Like she said, I agree with that part. How they act. But if you keep hearing their name with people that you don't fuck with, and they the main one keep bringing up like, oh yeah, they said this and third, that's a red flag, bro. Because look, how you keep being around the people that don't fuck with me and you hear them talking shit, that means you're in the group talking shit. But not even just that.
Is this for friends or relationships?
This is men in friendships and relationships.
Okay.
Because the same thing with like their girlfriends. Say like, that why you gonna hang out with the girl that you know your girlfriend don't like?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Especially for good reason too.
for exactly, like, bro, if you're hanging out with people that don't fuck with the people that you so called say is like you'll die for.
Yeah, that's just showing your priorities right there.
Exactly. I'm like, bro, like you gotta let me know what's going on, because like guys, we sometimes we try to hide shit, but we don't hide the shit. We let them know it's like right in front of you. But like when I try to tell you, half of the shit that we go through, we cause on ourselves. And then when you lose with one of your best friends, you try to make it up because you be like, oh man, I ain't mean nothing like that, bro. I was just in the moment, and like, bro, I was hanging with them. They want to hang out. Like, bro, no. Look, you're hanging out with I won't never call nobody my enemy, because I don't even give them the energy to be like my energy. But you be talking with people that call me their enemy for what reason? I mean, you feel the same way about me as they do, or you have a similar opinion about me. Guys that try to flash stuff on social media too, don't fuck with them. It's people, guys that talk bad about like money and everything. Like, oh, bro, you ain't got this and that,
Right.
taking their own the trips and everything. Red flag.
Yep.
Because of real shit, I feel like those guys, they be beating women.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And like, bro, it's just like, all right, I'm not gonna say guys that talk about sex 24/7, because I feel like women talk about sex 24/7 too. But I feel like
If you're talking about sex 24/7,
You
like
ain't
with
getting-
someone, that's just because that's your only intention with
Exactly.
them. And you trying to
the guys that the
you
people
trying to
that
speak
don't let their intentions be known, that's a red flag.
Also true.
Guys, that's big with guys. I feel
Oh.
like, but at the same time, I feel like women too. Because, all right, girls ask you like, I want you to know, let me know what you're looking for. But when guys do tell them what they're looking for, they don't like what they're looking for. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Then
But-
boom.
Also, that's their right.
Yeah.
But it does sting a little bit being on the opposite end of that. But you still gotta be like,
Yeah.
you still gotta be honest about your intentions
Yeah.
and let people make that choice of what they want to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. I've had like issues in the past where I'm very like straightforward when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I'll tell you what I want from this, and then I expect you to be honest with me. And I've had that happen where people are like, they know what I want to hear, so
Yeah.
they'll tell me what I want to hear,
Yeah.
and then that's just
All right. How many guys have you told straight up like, hey, I'm just looking for a hookup? How many guys have you told that straight up?
see.
to?
I'm not like that.
What? Is your relationship?
So how many?
I
Do you
am.
have any friends or know anybody who's like that?
Oh yeah, 100%. I definitely do.
True.
But I'm just not. That's not what I want. Like, I want more than that. I feel like there's more than that. That
Yeah.
not saying like I deserve better, but like I don't know.
All right.
It's just like a self-respect thing, you know?
Right. All right. So what is the red flags for women, like you said? Ooh, this is gonna be a good one.
Well, I say, again, like somebody who talks shit about everyone they
Facts.
know, but like also, you know, if you're in a relationship with someone, right, and they talking shit about people that's frustrating them throughout their day, that's one thing. But like, if I hear you constantly complaining about someone, and then you're also constantly hanging out with that person, like
you fake.
yeah, like come on now, like
Yeah.
you disrespecting them and yourself at the same time. Because it's one thing to feel annoyed by somebody, and it's another thing to choose to be around them, carrying that resentment.
Fact. What about you, Ashley?
No, that's a big thing. I mean, I know it's hard because there's a lot of fake when it comes to girls. Like, a lot of people are two-faced, and they'll say one thing to your face, but then to others you're different. And so, I mean, that's just a big, like...
Okay. Well, with me, I'm like this. With women, the red flag is one of you always on social media. No offense, but it's like this. You're really
Validation.
you're looking for validation. I can't give you that.
Yeah.
And then you're always comparing yourself to other people. That shows that you not comfortable with who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like talking shit is, I don't care about that because I talk shit. If someone can talk shit with me and we talk shit back together, I'm like, girl, I love you. Like real shit, like a girl that talks shit, like, but you talking shit about other people and everything, yeah, that's, like you said, hanging out with them, that's fake. But like really, it's all a vibe too, because sometimes you can feel when something's genuine, so you can tell when something's BS. And if sometimes somebody telling you some shit about her, and you hear it from multiple people, sometimes you might want to believe some of this shit.
Yeah, what you call it?
'Cause you think about this, like you said, you can see how many dogs you seen humping, a lot, right? But how many cats you seen? They sneaky. Girls are
Pop
sneaky.
out with 10 kittens. Too.
Exactly. I'm like, damn, where these kittens came from? You were just a bad cat the other day. All right. This is a good one. Because no offense, you're a white woman.
Hey.
You're a white woman. So, in these day and age, we see a lot of more interracial couples, but I also see a lot of girls. Is it a certain type of black guys or ethnic or melon, golden brown? Or I say burnt gold guys that y'all attracted to? Because I feel like most of y'all be going for like these hood guys and stuff these days. And then like, because y'all, it's like a.
I mean, that might play into like that whole like
rebellion.
Bad boy,
like,
yeah,
kinda.
like that's their perception, but it could also just be black dudes in general.
I don't know.
Like it really depends.
Well, let's let the lady.
I mean, I kind of go back to if we're vibing, we're vibing. If I can connect with you, I can connect with you. But also, I'm not like looking for a bad boy, like you were saying about.
Country Boys, where is that, y'all? Country Boys 2020. I'm trying to tell y'all.
2022.
2022. Country Boys, we back in this thing. Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all, hey, I've been in country.
He got the flannel on and everything.
Oh, trust me, I wasn't wearing my cowboy hat in here, but I was like, nah, I ain't about to do it to you.
They was going to look at you confused as hell.
What? Hey, I guarantee you, but look, this is one statement I said like 2 weeks ago, and this one lady was outside, she agreed with me. There's nothing that make any girl wetter than a black cowboy. Is that true? Isn't that Ashley? Let's.
That's funny. I like that statement.
I guarantee you, after this episode airs, everybody gonna be your black cowboy.
That is so
2K22, bro. Y'all
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Hey, if y'all want some horse riding lessons, come fuck with me in Cantonment. I got 10 acres and I got 2 horses. So if y'all want to come ride, yes, sir.
That is so cool.
Exactly. Hey.
Yeah, you kill me, nigga.
Hey, us black cowboys, we coming back, man. We coming back. I can be hood, but I'm country. I can't really fuck with hood all the time. Look, I got like this. Right, I got this level. Like once I reach this level of ratchetness, I'm like, bro, I'm bumping. I'm literally when I'm driving and it's just on the back road.
You got that country on.
Oh, trust me. No, even on the main road.
Oh yeah.
Trust me. Thomas Rhett, Luke Combs.
My mom dated Thomas Rhett's dad, Red Akins.
What?
Yeah.
Hey Thomas, hey, since we got your daddy ex girlfriend's daughter on here, I feel like you should send us some tickets, man.
That's so
I just
funny.
really want to come to your concert, and let me be on stage so you can sing "Die Happy Man," man. I got the voice for it.
Oh shoot.
Oh yeah. All right. So, do you think in this day and age, race or age play a big difference in the dating society? Because you see a lot more. It's more acceptable for girls to date older than guys, but what y'all feel like about that? Race and age.
Well, personally, I think race plays a lot into my dating decisions, just because, like, again, like with the whole compatibility thing.
Yeah.
I don't let my family or my friends dictate what I do, but if I feel uncomfortable about it, I feel like that says something about my feelings.
Yeah.
So it's like, my general rule is that, like, no offense, I don't
Okay.
date white girls.
No.
Like,
Hey.
like, because there's just so many, like, things to overcome
Yeah.
that it's like, I don't feel like going through that. I don't feel like being a teacher to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also kind of embarrassing. Like, if they have, like, a moment where, they say something stupid.
I
and it's
was just
like,
bust out
okay.
laughing with their ass. I'm like, dumbass.
You idiot.
I'm like, I'll come over there and thump my head. Like,
Nah, because I
What's
get
going
those.
on in there?
I put those rose-colored glasses on, and
Yeah.
then something stupid happens, and now I'm like, oh damn, like.
yeah. I think when you get older, it plays less of a role. What about you, Ashley?
I mean, yeah.
It
Like
does?
you said, I mean, I feel like also it comes with age, like you're saying.
Yeah. So as of right now, does race and age plays a difference in your dating?
For me,
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't find a man, so
Hey guys, this is Ashley.
Yeah.
She go to UWF.
submit your applications.
Submit your
No.
application. She's a nursing major. She's wearing these white pointy boots. She might as well. I think she might be an elf undercover.
Hey, can't share all my secrets.
All right. So what is your general type of guy, dating wise?
See,
You might be
I'm
too
all
picky.
over the map. What?
You might be. Oh, you're all over the map. Never mind. All right, continue.
Wait, what?
I was about to say you might be too picky, but you said you're all over the map.
Well, that's what's hard is I mean, I feel like that's why I can't. I know that I have high expectations for someone, and that's something that I'm working on because I know there's not going to be one person that completely is just like, I feel like just checks all my boxes.
Well, hey, let's see. We on live. We're on air.
I
All right,
mean-
what's your boxes?
See, I don't even know. I mean, that's my thing. I need to figure out my boxes, but definitely like respect. Just that's huge. Has to have good humor is a big thing. I like someone that can not always take things so seriously. Having a hard day, I want someone that can be like that little outlet for me to not like think of things. Trying to think. Sweet. Someone that like will take care of me. Stuff like that. That's big.
Okay. So, damn.
You see, I feel like as you get older
Them
and have like
changes.
more experiences,
Oh,
that
definitely
whole like
changed.
what's your type thing goes less from like a picture of someone to more of like a bunch of characteristics
Yeah.
and traits.
Yeah, because
So-
I feel like I just done jumped around like a motherfucker. Nah, I all right. So, because look, if this was me back throwing parties, I would want somebody to understand like, hey, what you gonna hear about these people that don't like from people that don't like me or gonna be is bullshit. That caused me from not date a lot of people because I knew the environment what I was working in. And a lot of people did not like me because the way I was doing things was different from the way they were used to doing things. I wanted somebody that was going to be strong because I was like, man, she better come get attacked. And like, I feel so bad. 'Cause I was like, man, the reason why she's getting attacked because she's with me. So I'd be like, damn, I don't want to put nobody through that. But like my type now is just like, bro, if I can vibe with you, I'm peace. And like, bro, if we can sit in silence and enjoy each other's silence. Cause look, goofiness is everything else is gonna be already be there. But if we can sit in silence and enjoy each other's silence, that's big. Cause look, we can have a movie on. It doesn't even matter what we got on. It's just
being there together.
exactly. The silence is more powerful than most things you can actually say. I can feel the whole vibe from your body and everything, energy coming off. and you don't even got to tell me nothing. And the hug from that, bruh, you'll have somebody melting and crying in your arms.
True.
Black Cowboys. Yeehaw. What about you, Eddie?
Again, like the peace is a big thing. Like, you know, I've met like plenty of cool girls, you know, pretty, funny, you know, all that. But if something just doesn't sit right with me, then I'm gonna be honest about that, and I'm gonna express it that that's just not for me. And you know, that may change like down the line after they do some healing or they finish getting through whatever they got going on. But if I can't just kick it with you and enjoy that time, then my mind is gonna want to be somewhere else all the time. So there's no point in me even putting you through that point. Also funny, of course. And honestly, I say like, you gotta have a lot of self-respect for yourself.
Yeah.
Like I'm not usually the type of person to judge, but like if people are constantly disrespecting you, then where are we drawing the line here? Because most of the time, those kind of people, if they can't draw the line at others disrespecting them, then they'll be the ones to disrespect you the most.
Exactly.
So you're not gonna bring that shit into my life.
That is so true. But all right, so age-wise, we touched on race. All right, age, because I feel like most girls they try to go older. They date more older guys, and it seems like it's more settled for them to date older guys. But then, like with guys, we do date older women as well too. But I feel like we're more cautious about like the age of the people that we date, and it's like, what do you feel about the age gap?
I mean, I know a lot of people, well, at least that I know, I'm not speaking for everyone, but have tried to go for older guys because they think older means more mature, and have definitely found out that that's not the case a lot of the times. And
what's the oldest guy you dated?
Don't
worry, your mom won't hear this.
Well, I mean, talk to,
or biggest age gap would probably be easier at this point.
I mean, I've talked to like 26 maybe.
Oh,
well, how old were you when you said 26?
Like this year.
Oh, okay.
that's not that
But
bad.
I mean, not even like.
You had to be military, more than likely. Yeah, I was right. I know when she just looked like that, it's like, damn, how you know?
I don't know. But I mean, that's just what I think. I think a lot of people tend to look older because they think that means more mature. But I have been brought to my attention that that's not true.
What about you, Eddie?
Well, I think girls date older, because of the whole like emotional maturity thing, and like especially like when you live in the same area and you grow up with people, it's like they don't lose that conception or that preconception of you being childish or annoying, especially if you're like annoying in freshman year and now you're trying to date them in senior year. They can't just put that behind you.
See, I had gotten in a fight. That would change my perspective for people looking at me. Because I was a clown, and then next thing I got in a fight and whooped somebody's ass, and then
that shit wasn't funny no more.
No, I guarantee you, like every girl started running and knocking down the door. It's like, hey. I was like, at first I thought she was bullshitting. I was like, bro, I know they ain't waving at me.
Wait, so you telling me you was pulling more as the fighter than the comedian?
Trust me, I wish I was like Pete, but until I got to the Holyfield. But look, even the dude I fought, it was just peer pressure and stuff, and literally like me and him like best friends, and like this dude was a great dude. I shouldn't even fought him, but
that's how you know he around.
But like no, really, I don't like
fight, and you still got respect for him.
I like this thing about it. I don't like fighting, because if someone can push me to that place where I can fight, that means you got control over my emotions, and I get to this place where it's like I just walk out. I ain't got time for it. I'm like, bro, you fucking with my peace. I respect I want my peace more than I want you. So by saying that,
what you call it? Damn, I completely forgot what I was
all right,
about to say.
but what about for guys dating younger or older women? What's your viewpoint on that?
Well, I've known like dudes who are weird and like they graduate and they got like their own lives going on and they date like high schoolers.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Like at the minimum, you gotta be legal, but also like I want you to at least like experience a little bit of life after that, just because a lot of dudes I also feel like date that young because they want to have like somebody they can mold into their perfect wife. So like whether that be like no bodies or like no friends, no experiences,
and people like do it, and like they'll say, "Oh, I can take care of everything else."
Yeah,
and
like,
they would do it.
Like that's weird, man. If you want to be a father, have a child. Like,
facts.
Very strange.
Trust me.
But doesn't really matter to me personally, as long as you're legal and you're cool. I personally ain't never date nobody too much older than me by like 2-3 years, but you know, I wouldn't mind if there's any cougars out here watching. And you need a sugar baby, please let me know, because these tuition fees add the fuck up.
I don't got tuition fees, but I just want me a sugar mama.
Shit. Hey. You know, buy a nigga a PS5, Christmas coming up, come on.
Yes.
All right, what about you, Ashley? What you think about guys dating younger or older women?
I mean, I don't really know. Like you said, I mean, I agree with that. And then also, I mean, I really don't know. I'm just thinking, but also maybe to keep them young, if that makes sense. Like an older guy dating a younger girl.
Yeah, I just look at Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
Because look, all right, technically, think about this. What's the difference between Hugh Hefner and, well, no, I can't put the other guy out there, but because he's still locked up. But think about it, Hugh Hefner, he was like 80 something, dating 19, 18-year-old girls, signing them to his. Basically, he was a pimp.
Also, I feel like that whole like very young age thing, that makes you very, very vulnerable. Yes, so like there are those dudes who prey on you for that vulnerability.
Yeah. But I actually, I don't believe that age make it really somebody vulnerable. Because I look at it like this. They so-called say women mature faster than men, right? So-called. I'm going to say so-called. But I feel like there got to be some responsibility to the women at some time too, because they know, they be like this. I know what I want. This guy can give me the kind of lifestyle I want, and then they go ahead and go the route of whatever route they decide to go. But then they find out later on it's not what they seem, and everything goes too. But it's like you also got to be responsible for your own choices about who you date and who you get with and what type of route you go, because at the end of the day, you chose to be with that person.
Yeah. So
it's like the accountability that comes along with like dating. Because I be laughing at these people that be like, oh, the guy I'm dating, he ain't shit. The woman I date, she ain't shit. She a hoe, blah, blah, blah. You chose her.
I know, then why are you still dating?
Exactly. If you knew she was a hoe, you knew he wasn't shit, why did you get in a relationship? That's why I say like real shit, nobody should date until you're like 21. They should. My theory probably is the best theory in life, because look, yeah, you could probably learn about heartbreak if you date before then. Maybe. But I don't, bro. Going through certain type of emotions at an early age, it just molds you to a person that you won't even like who you become, and then you gotta wait 10 years to find yourself all over again. Damn, I'm telling my whole story, but
nah, you good.
No, it's like it take you some time to get over certain shit, and it's.
Perfect.
Hi, Argos. We are all in this together. Let's keep each other safe and remember to wear a mask while in the library.
I was looking at the content. I was like, "Oh, look like."
Yeah, but I saw 255. I was like, "Damn." What you call it?
Oh yeah. All right. Wait. What other question?
I like that theory about like the whole like not dating from 18 to 21. But for me personally, like, I used to like. I got heartbroken a couple of times in high school, right? And yeah, like, you know, like that initial like, oh, I don't fuck with anybody thing. But at the same time, it also kind of like helps you realize your own immaturity. And there's only so much like growing you can do as a person until you have to start seeing who you are in different spaces. Yeah. So like, if you like 19, 20 and you getting into the dating scene and like it doesn't happen to work out, then so be it. Like you could have intentions to marry someone because you fuck with them and all that, but you can't take it personally because you still got that much life to live. You just gotta see it all as like a lesson and experience rather than like man, I wasted my fucking time. Because, like, it always makes me feel weird when I see, like, these high school couples come out and then they get married. And nothing personal to them. And, like, thank you. I'm glad you have your happiness. But I pray for whatever kind of fights y'all going to be having in the future. And that shit is just going to be painful.
Because you didn't experience nothing else.
I would say that's all they know.
Yeah.
And they can't even be mad at each other.
Exactly. And they're going to be mad. And look, that's the main ones that cheat. Because if you ain't experienced nothing else and that's all you know, then you got that curiosity. Like,
yeah,
bro,
I was going to say they want to explore and see what they're missing out on.
Exactly. That's why low-key poly really. Or what's y'all viewpoint on the polygamy? Polygamy, yeah. What y'all think about that?
I ain't sharing my man. That's my point.
But,
I mean.
But think about it on a mature level. All right, think about this. It's a whole group of people. You got more than 2 incomes. Imagine it's like 3 or 4 y'all. Like, bro, y'all got 4 incomes where it would have been just 2. And on top of that too, it's like, say y'all going on a date night, you got somebody else to watch the kids, and then boom, like, all right, your days with the kids here are our days, and like, bro, you get more time availability for a lot more other things and activities.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with the system itself, like if people decide that that's what they want to do. But me personally, I'm a very monogamous person, and like, even if it was me in a relationship with 2 other women, I would feel a little like bad, just because it's like, I don't know. Like, I like to give my love fully to whoever I'm with. Yeah. And feeling like I have to, like, split it up between people or worrying about if I'm, like, balancing it enough. Nah, that would just be stressful enough for me to not be in it.
Yeah. You're agreeing with him. She's like, nah, I'm not sharing my man.
I'm not sharing my man. And then also, I mean, girls are just drama. So if you add more into the mix, I feel like that's just...
How do you resolve a fight between your 2 wives at home?
That's just like
you want to tell you how you resolve
you in a weird position.
No, this is how you resolve the fight.
Let's hear it.
You get a bucket of popcorn and get a tub full of Jello and let them go at it and record it. You can sell it and make money off of it later on. What? Look, if you are married to 2 people, you supposed to love them just the same, right? I'm not about to get into it. Y'all got to communicate with y'all issues. Y'all got to figure that shit out for yourselves. So I can't get in between y'all disagreement because I'm being one-sided. I need y'all to figure that out for yourselves and be mature enough adults.
That's true, but you're also counting on people to be 2 mature adults aside from yourself.
Have you seen the show Sister Wives?
I remember it back in the day. But look, I was thinking looking today, I was like, man, you know what? I could be a polygamist. Cause like back then I was a fuck boy. I had my fuck boy days. I was juggling a couple females.
Yeah, but that shit is so tiring.
But but like if you tell everybody straight up like, hey man, this is what it is. Like you said, it's up to them to make their decision at that point. You're like, hey, I'm talking to her, and I'm fucking with you too. But just know, like, I'm not looking for nothing. But that was me back in the day. But now if I was looking for something, hey man, I'm in a relationship, but look, we polygamy. I want to bring you in. Look, you get these days off. You ain't got to do shit. And then the other days you just boom.
It's like we need SZA in here, bro.
Hey,
my man is your man.
Boom. Hey, what? Hey, not even just SZA, man. Ooh, now Ella May, Rihanna. I think every girl want to date Rihanna. Yeah. actually over there shaking her head. Hey, look, I'm kind of upset at Rihanna right now.
I know for getting pregnant by A$AP Rocky.
Exactly, this ugly ass motherfucker.
I mean,
that ugly ass motherfucker.
Ain't even about the looks. My son.
She could have my babies.
He a misogynist, man. Like, come on.
Exactly.
Come on.
Cause look,
I can't even be happy. Aside from it not being me.
Exactly. I'm like Chris. I really ain't. I'm not gonna lie. I hope that they were gonna get back together. Her and Chris Brown.
Whoa.
No, all right. Look, I feel like they both was young and immature at the time.
Definitely, but
like, all right, look, she beat his ass too. We ain't gonna. Hey, you gotta look at it both sides. Let's come from a neutral standpoint. Okay, everybody heard Rihanna's story, and when Chris Brown finally put out his thing, talked about the whole situation.
No,
look,
absolutely.
She was throwing his music back on the day when it was on CDs out the window and scratching it up. Look, that's that man's livelihood. That he took care of his family.
That's the thing.
And he
like,
pushed her head
abusive.
on. Yeah, I understand, but I feel like the toxicity was gone. Look, that gave. That's why I could have went back by Chris. My middle name would have been more relevant now. I've been like, girl, let me talk to you. You start doing my little dance stuff. Look, I could end up with a Rihanna.
True.
It didn't matter what color Rihanna. It could have been any color. You know, boom, boom. Girl with 4 heads and green eyes. Oh, hey, Rihanna do got green eyes, but hey,
does she? I don't know.
They change colors.
Yeah, it's all right though.
If
I'm mad at Zendaya ass too though.
Wait, what?
Like,
She pregnant?
Nigga, no, she
Oh,
not
girl,
pregnant.
I'm about to say you. Hey,
I'd say that's the first time I've heard of this.
I'm about to say, don't tell me that. 'Cause
Bro,
look,
no,
that's my
she
backup.
with Tom Holland now.
That's
Yeah.
my back. But she been with him. Everybody knew that.
Yeah.
But look.
And it's not me, that's the issue.
All right, I say it like this. She's with him right now because he's the only Spider-Man. But when the black Spider-Man it could be one of us, me or you, or I could be the
I
uncle.
told you I'm gonna go cast.
Hey,
for
hey,
Miles
look,
Morales.
I feel like Zendaya.
You're stupid and take his lady.
Exactly. I was like,
Yes.
Miles Morales, bitch.
Come fuck with the real best Spider-Man.
I was like-
the nigga Rican himself.
I was like, you want that vanilla or you want this burnt gold, baby? Burnt gold, baby. What we talking? I'll go get some. And he's from New York anyway, but I'm not from New York. But I was like, hey, we can get some piece of Manhattan. Hey, yo, Joe Biden.
Bruh, first of all, I hate that video now. Like, it was funny, and now everybody has killed it from me.
Yeah,
So
they mixed it with Taylor Swift, and
Yep.
that was it.
They mixed it with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, bro.
That makes it everything with Taylor Swift.
Yes. All right, to be honest, Taylor Swift is not that good.
Really?
Yeah. All right, when she was a country artist, she was good.
That's
All right,
old
I was-
Taylor.
okay.
I was gonna say old Taylor.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't speak
Yeah.
nothing. That's not targeted at my demographic.
But look,
So,
I'm gonna tell you no, because this is target. Because look, everybody keeps knocking Kanye for that shit, but Kanye made her the pop star she was.
yo.
Hey, Kanye made her the pop star she was. Hey,
He
and
was
so-
wilding for what he did, but like,
Yeah.
No, because look, technically, look, I look at it like this, man. Taylor Swift makes some good music, some good love music, some good wedding music, country wise, but the Taylor that people know of today is not the same Taylor Swift that was back in the day. Until she go back to that, she cannot be on the same level as Whitney Houston. Because I seen a video, they said some girl was defending her saying she was better than Whitney Houston. She belonged on the Rushmore before. I was like, bitch, are you stupid? I feel like this girl is so biased on some, but that's her opinion. She's entitled to her opinion. But Whitney Houston is a god. This of all.
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Shoot, hold on. Let me ask this question real quick. How do y'all feel about somebody being friends with someone that they may have had like a romantic spark with in the past, whether that be a full-blown relationship, a fling,
You can do it.
hookup, or even just flirting? Because
You can do it.
let me start it off. Like, when I was in high school, I used to flirt with everybody, and like it wasn't even like intentional. It was more like that was just
Personality thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my personality, and like people fucked with it, so I was open to it. But at the same time, like I know how to like draw the line and the boundary, and also if it was in the past and I don't revisit things and I don't feel like dealing with all of that.
Yeah.
But how would that make y'all feel as somebody's partner?
Ladies first.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to like put myself in that position. Obviously, I mean, I'm okay with them being friends. I mean, I'd rather them be on good terms with, I guess, an ex or someone that they had a thing with, rather than like something going down bad. Then I'm like, oh, then that's in my mind of what can happen. So I guess I'd rather them be on good terms. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I wouldn't want them like
Hooking up.
best friends and
always
together
over there.
24/7. Because then, I mean,
Then
Yeah.
you're gonna be over there 24/7 too. Like,
yeah, I'd be like, hold up,
bitch, what
me
you
too,
doing?
me
What
too.
you
yeah.
doing?
Don't you forget about me. But so yeah, that's what I'd say.
I don't see a problem with it. Because it depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
It really kind of depends on the person. But as long as y'all know y'all intentions are clear, like bro,
If you're
just friends.
secure in your relationship,
Yeah, and you like, bro, this is a friendship. I miss your conversations. I miss this, like, bro. You as a friend.
yeah,
I'm like, I'm not looking for nothing more. I'm looking for you to just be my friend. I'll be like, yeah, I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah.
Cause like, really, me and all my ex girlfriends except actually not all of them except no, we all good. But someone hit me up, asked me for advice. Now it's like,
especially if it started as friends.
Yeah.
Because I
Mhm.
mean, if they start as friends and then it becomes something more, I mean, obviously, ideally, you're gonna want to be friends again. You're
Facts.
gonna go back to how things were. So I mean,
Damn fly in here again.
again, I'm gonna kill it. But no,
But yeah, like I I'm on good terms with everybody that I used to be with in the past, and that's less of like a
Stress on you.
yeah, much less stress. And like at one point, I remember like me and somebody had split, and then a couple of months later, like something traumatic happened to them because like that had been my best friend at one point. So they felt like the only person that they could come to is me, and it's like, especially if a guy loses feelings for someone, then that's never sparking up again.
Exactly.
like once that shit's in the past, it's in the past.
Unless he's plotting on them. The revenge.
Nah,
Hey,
but that would just mean that he got unresolved feelings.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. But they be some dudes out here be plotting revenge. Like, oh yeah. But all right, let's go back to this dating people with kids. All right, how do y'all feel about that situation?
That ain't for me personally. Like I saw it growing up, and like respect to my stepdad, because I couldn't have done it. Like it's always like a constant fight between like your kid, my kid, or like where am I crossing the boundaries of trying to parent this child who isn't mine?
Facts.
So me personally, I wouldn't deal with it, or I wouldn't want to. But at the same time, like I wouldn't hold it against somebody. Like if we were like talking and you were super cool and that was like the only thing that was bad per se, then I would give it a try.
Yeah. What about you, Ashley?
Well, I think it depends on where I'm at in life. Obviously, like right now, I would not date someone with kids. I am not in the position for that. But I mean, later down the line, if I am in a position where I think I could handle that, then yeah, I might. I mean, I wouldn't. I love kids, so that's obviously not gonna like scare me away. But then, like you were talking about, like parenting is the whole thing, because then you're going into, oh, how am I supposed to like what are my like, how much authority do I have here? Because I don't want to overstep and like play mom, because I'm not mom. And yeah, so then that goes in, and then that affects your relationship.
And you also got to do a lot of self work before you do that, because
you go straight from no kid to kid,
and then
full,
that kid
like,
could be like, you're not my daddy.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, that shit would set me off personally.
What? I'll punch a kid. But it's, all right, from being a guy that got kids, all right, I look at it like this. Dating a woman with kids, I can't do that. I know it sounds biased, but no, I can't. Look, this is the reason why.
There's also the past ties to play in, so I can understand.
There's a past ties. But like with me and my kids, it's different. Like, I got cousin and my son. So it's like, bro, he'll flirt anyway. So low-key, he try to holler. If I was dating a girl, he'll try to holler at her and think that's his girlfriend too. Shout out to my son Landon, Prince Landon. Landon the Prince. Yeah, he. I got a little girl too. She's 2, but it's funny because I started realizing like this. It's different when it comes down to dads and moms when you dating. Mm-hmm. Dads and kids, like, they more like, all right, yeah, you don't got, like, when I date a girl and she don't got kids and she know I got kids, like, yo, that's not your role. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, like, if you establish that soon and early, like, hey, yo, we're just dating, like, but if you see, like, you get to a serious point, that's when you start bringing in the kids. Like, they know about them. Because, like, kids get more attached than adults get. And then on top of that, too, when you break up.
That's not just between you. That's between them and your kids.
Exactly. Because I had a girl, the girl I dated, she was from New York.
Red flag.
Yeah, red flag. If you're from up north.
No, just New York. Just New York.
And
they're all crazy.
She's from upstate New York, too. Like Elmira.
Yeah, nigga.
But the funny thing about it, like, I used to still call and check on her to see how she's doing, because, mentally and everything else too. But it's funny, she was like, bro, I miss Landon, but I don't miss you. That shit hurt me. I was like, damn, you miss my kid more than you miss me. I understand it made it ended kind of sour, but at the end of the day, I was like, damn. And like my son used to still ask about her too. Mm-hmm. I feel like they more in a relationship than I was.
Yeah.
True.
And like with women, they get so attached to kids. So it's like when you're dating a dad that got kids, it's more easy for a woman to get attached than for a guy, because in the back of the head for a guy that's dating a girl that got kids, he's thinking like, bro, your baby daddy's still coming over here and like fucking with you or some shit. And with a guy, they more likely, like, oh, you're not really fucking with her. It's not nothing like that. It's just
Especially if y'all have to get
co-parent.
custody.
Exactly.
Like, you know, that bridge is burnt.
And then
But-
like, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, no. It's like you said, that bridge be burnt, and like you communicate for the kid, but you also know, like, bro, yeah, this ain't nothing like that. You like, she can listen to everything the baby mama say shit, and she be like, bitch, you ain't even got custody of your own kid. How the fuck you gonna tell me? But now my other baby, my daughter's mother, she's a great mother. Co-parenting is great. She actually had kids. I didn't know she had kids before this, but I didn't know about my daughter until 2 years.
True.
But like same time, it's like the co-parenting works so perfectly and everything. Because whenever I want to get her, I get her. Spend time with her as much as I want to. Like me and my kids, oh yeah, they don't know who their daddy is. I'm bringing them to the country and like, bro, I'm gonna make them some cowboys and cowgirls. Look, that's one thing about me. When it comes down to kids, it's all got to be understanding of at first, like when and when not to bring the kids around. Because if you bring the kids around too early, they can get attached too early to people, and there's be people that's just temporary.
Yeah.
And then if you bring them around a little bit too late, it's like, oh, this is the person that been keeping my dad away from me and this, that, and the third.
Then you're gonna have like bonding issues.
Exactly. So it's really like, it's a timing. I really feel like this within the first 6 months of dating somebody. If you're dating somebody with kids, you need to start intertwining different things. It don't gotta be every time,
Right.
but boom, get them familiar. Because at the end of the day, you just still gotta be a respect thing. Because if whoever I end up marrying, I don't believe in marriage, and they gotta sign a prenup. They gotta sign a prenup on everything. But whoever I end up being with, like, understand, like, yeah, they should be respecting you too. Like, if you lay down the law, bro, they gotta respect that, because
That is their kid.
that's their kid. You basically spend just as much time as me and everybody else spend with them. So. Yeah.
See, as a kid from that perspective, I'll tell you one thing. At least on my dad's side, I didn't give a shit about timing. Because, like, my dad was a whore. He cheated on my sister's mom. He cheated on my mom. And, like, by the time my little sister's mom was in the picture, me and my sister were just like, oh, hey, Miss Shauna, like, just keep it moving. Like, and I remember when I was in 3rd grade, like, I lived with him, right? And he brought his current wife over for like the first time. Like, that was cool, getting to meet her. She would come be there a little bit. And we ended up moving to New Jersey halfway through the year. And the first time, it was her house, but we didn't know that. So we pulled up, and he was like, I need y'all to not tell Zena because this is my other girlfriend. And me and my sister just looked at each other like, come on, man. And was about to keep going and playing it in. Then she opened the door and was like, oh, how y'all doing? That nigga, my heart was about to drop because I wasn't trying to carry that guilt. But also, like, my stepdad had been in my picture my whole life that I can remember. So, for him, I'm sure it was hard, like, having to toe that line of, like, where I have authority and where I just need to step back. Yeah. And, we also got into fights and, like, arguments about shit. But at the end of the day, him being there, I guess, was, as a father figure, I always respected it. And I consider him another one of my fathers. So it's more about, like, the bond that you create with them than it is, like, anything. Because even if they do feel like, oh, you taking time away from me and my parent, if you can also, like, help show them, like, a genuine love, then they'll want to connect with you as well.
Yeah.
My kids love, but that's the thing about my kids, they end up loving the girl more than they love me. So don't suck.
They take their side.
Exactly. I'll be like, what
did you do, man?
Exactly. Like, what, you gave them some cookies or some shit?
Yeah.
What, you hugging them too much? I'll be like, I'm gonna put some spy cams up in here.
See, I couldn't be no stepdaddy. I'd be taking all the kids' snacks.
Well, no. To be honest, that's the reason why I can't. I don't know. All right, I think I'm a sucker for kids just like a woman would be, because they're not got kids. Man, if I and I can't get attached to no kids that's not mine, and then turn around, we break up, and then boom, it's hard. I'm like, bro, I'm not putting this much time with the kids, like, bro, like, damn, they think I'm they damn daddy. So,
Right.
but like, it's dating with kids is hard.
Very complicated.
So now you like really be like, you damn if you do and you damn if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
It also sucks because it's like, like at least because of our age, we can say like, oh, I'm not gonna date nobody with kids, but
Yeah.
at some point you gotta kind of like deal with it
Yeah.
because it's like, you could have a kid just like that,
Yeah.
and if you
Yeah.
end up having it, that's permanent. You can't just get rid of it.
Yeah.
You can't. Just
I tried.
hide
Trust
it.
me, I tried it. they just keep coming back. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? How do you find your way back home?
Yeah. So like, eventually you gotta just deal with that insecurity or that not wanting to do it. But so let me ask y'all this: what's y'all like aside from cheating? Like what would make you draw the line if like you had to leave a relationship?
She put her hands on me, and she like mentally too. So look, I'm like, I understand sometimes. I ain't talking about hitting or nothing. Like
No,
I don't. That's like nah. But like when you talking down on people, encourage them at the same time too. If you're gonna do that, you're like, I'm doing this because I see more in you or something else. Don't just talk down on people because that can cause so much. Mental abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. Like mental abuse to men is the equivalent of physical abuse to women.
Yeah.
Because this is the person you're supposed to be your backbone and everything else too. And here you go, and they're downplaying you the whole time, like you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
And they make you start thinking like subconsciously, bro, I might not be shit. So it's like, bro, you're
absolutely right. Like I ain't never been in no abusive relationships in terms of physically, but like, if I start wondering, because the type of person I am, like I want to put my all in and everything.
Yeah.
So if something's not working out, then I would just take it upon myself. Like I would think that maybe it's just me doing something wrong. Then that delved into me like thinking, is there something wrong with me, like mental disorder wise? Like I started wondering if I was a narcissist at one point.
Yeah.
And like that's such a wild and negative thing to assume about yourself. But when that person is like either belittling you or making you feel like you're the issue, that's the only thing that you can
If they have you like
feel.
questioning yourself, that's that's a big thing. Yeah.
Facts. So what about you?
Well, yeah. I mean, like I was saying, they have me thinking like about myself and wondering if I'm the problem. Then that's obviously a big thing. And then also like anger issues and not being able to have a conversation, like a calm conversation. We can have disagreements, but not escalating it into something else is a big thing for me.
Facts.
Definitely. I feel like dudes with like they're so angry that you can like label them having anger issues. I feel like they're predetermined to be abusive.
Yeah.
Just because like I've gotten upset before, but I've never thought to put my hands on somebody, and damn sure ain't raise my hand to them.
Yeah.
I might have like hit something around like
No
a
one
chair
else.
or something,
Yeah.
but even then my anger wasn't directed at them.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you should never get to that point where you feel like you got to put your hands on something.
Yeah, I think the only person I ever got close to that with was my siblings.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
even,
yeah.
I got all sisters though.
Mm-hmm.
But like they know they can push this button and you can't do nothing. So look, I played baseball. This was actually during COVID. So I was playing baseball and everything. My little sister got me so hot. Well, I try to say she got me so hot, and look, we couldn't go nowhere either. So we were up in here just hanging out with her. Like, couldn't go nowhere. So I'm out there, I'm just hitting my baseballs, and I connected too well with my balls, and next thing you know, they flew into the woods, and I was like, fuck. So my way in the gym is closed, so I can't go to the gym. I got no source of outlet, so I took the baseball bat, and I just like swung and hit the tree, and it bounced back and hit me in my eye. And look, this is like it was like I understood some stuff at that point. I was like, all right, my sister, she draws the trigger. I don't know what it is. She knows the buttons are picking, like they do it. But the next thing you know, I'm looking like bro, I thought I was sweating, nothing but blood just coming out. Damn, like bro, like I got stitches. I got a scar like underneath my eyebrows somewhere up in here. But like bro, yeah, that's the only person that ever gave me like that is my little sister. Like,
True.
me and my older sister, like
Siblings will do that too.
exactly like my older sister, she beat my ass when I was growing up. I was lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, high school, started lifting weights, you know, then she stopped fucking with me like that. But, like, funny thing about it, me and her can have conversations because I feel like me and her went to war.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, as far as, like, sibling battles, we went at it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, my little sister, she's 10 years gap. It's a 10 years gap. So when it comes down to me and her, like, we ain't never, but she thinks she can, but I'm like, I can't touch you because you're 10 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
If I hit you, I'm going to jail. And, like, and it's so much funny because, like, I be thinking about relationship wise. I'm like, I can't have nobody like that. Like, I don't want to get to that point with somebody else. That's why I started going to counseling and found out, like, it's a lot of stuff I blame my little sister for that's not really her fault. But, you know, I held a grudge because, you know, I felt like I was being replaced.
True.
And then, you know, her birthday's 2 weeks before mine. And then I was the last one for her birthday. And the only boy, and they gave her my room, and they basically tried to replace me.
True.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts being a guy. But
See, me and my sister, we used to beat the shit out of each other.
Exactly,
And
bro.
That's just more because of like our age proximity than it was the sibling thing. Like when she first got like, you know, old enough to really beat my ass, she would hit my ass for anything. Like
exactly, bro. And
like
you
just
like,
if I annoy her a little bit.
Yep.
But
and you don't want to put them hands to your sister, but same time you like, bro, if someone else hit you, I'll beat their ass.
No, at the time.
Absolutely.
Exactly. But look, it's like if you're fighting, like, yo, that's my sister. Yeah, I can fight her. But you come and
You
touch
can't,
her.
yeah.
You touch her. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
All right, 'cause I'm the only boy. I got 4 sisters. Like I'm the same. I'm like this with everybody. Like I just met my older sisters, older 2, like last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
But even with them, I'm like, bro, yeah, you my sister. I ain't about to let nobody else come and put their hands on
Yeah,
you.
like, I've got
So
your
look,
back.
I'm like, bro, I'm like 215 right now, and I can move like a motherfucking freight train if I have to, and I know my strength. I know what I can do, and I ain't scared to hit the biggest motherfucker in they throat or whatever when it comes to them. But like, I can fight them, but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
I can argue with them. I get in their face. I can poke them, but if I see you in there,
It's done. Yeah.
boy, call me the Rock.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
laying the smackdown on all their candy asses.
Even if like there's a woman who's like fucking provoking. Bro, you remember that spitting shit I told you about?
What? All right.
Like,
If
listen.
a girl spit on me, I'm not gonna lie. Look, I don't believe in hitting women, but I'll boom their ass.
Listen, nah.
I'm messing.
Like I feel that like that's how my anger would get, but at the same time, like I just couldn't bring myself to hit nobody. Like no girl, just because.
Hawk a big ass Louis in front of her. Just hawk one back in her. Like, open your mouth, bitch.
Like
He took
I would have somebody-
bigger out person.
I would have
Yeah.
somebody else handle that, just because like if it was my sister, right, and my sister did some disrespectful ass shit like that, and she got beat by the dude's homegirl, that's just the consequences of her actions.
Yeah.
But like, if my sister got her ass beat for that as like by another dude, then nah, I would have to come kill him. Like regardless of the situation, regardless of if she was wrong, like now you gotta die.
Right.
Bro, not even just that, bro. It's I'm methodical with my shit. How I think, cause I told people like all their boyfriends and everything, whoever guy I think they date. I was like, yeah. I was like, man, you ever had to piss out of a bag your whole life? He's like, huh? I was like, yeah, man. You know, if I shoot you like right here, and it goes through, you gonna be able to shit and piss in a bag for the rest of your life. They was like, huh? I was like, yeah. So you ever fuck with them? Know this, you'll be shitting
happen.
and pissing out of a bag. Cause I feel like I'll be like that with if I get married or something like that too. Even with my kids, like, bro, I'm telling people like, yeah, I kill you for my wife, my kids, and my family. That's one thing I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
I'm like,
all.
and look, I said, I got a lot of acres too. They won't find you. They won't find you.
Put you out back,
Exactly. Go feed you them hogs.
and who gonna be looking for an abuser?
Exactly. Except their mama and their daddy.
Well,
Yeah. All right. So closing remarks. So all right. Do y'all feel like women or men have the biggest egos when it comes to relationships? And why?
I think it depends.
I was gonna say I
Like-
don't really know that it's one or the other, like more,
They got different types.
but the person, yeah.
Mm.
Like for dudes, like or Yeah. For dudes, I say the ego is like, like the possessiveness, the whole like, when we was growing up, dudes want their girl to be 0 bodies, but have the abilities of a girl with fucking 30 bodies.
Teacher.
Yeah, like, being concerned about what's going on before or after the relationship. And for women, I feel it's like, maybe if they don't have like enough self-love or a strong enough self-concept, then they start looking for that validation out of others. And if you lean on the wrong people for that, then you'll get into your ego of like, oh, like I'm better than you, or I'm better than this person for this reason. And that's not the right reason that's not the right mindset to have when you're with somebody. But you can end up that way if you just end up seeking advice from the wrong sources.
Right. What about you?
I mean, I couldn't have said it better. I think the big thing is it all goes back to insecurity. And one thing I know is like there's a fine line between being confident and being cocky.
Yeah.
And so
confidence speaks for itself. Cockiness is always like loud and about, and it's
obnoxious.
also punishing others.
Yeah.
So extra.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. See, I feel like the egos in both are the same, but they're different. I can't put into words really how they're different, but the same is like it's both about status. Because they say your significant other is a reflection of you.
Yeah.
So a girl will like their person to be the person that, oh yeah, that's my baby. Same thing with guys. But at the same time, it's like, when do we get a chance to actually put the ego aside and actually just be us and in the moment? I feel like a lot of relationships, once they actually put the ego aside and put this facade that, oh, if it's not like this, it's not going to work. There's a whole generic like movie theater idea of what a relationship should be aside, and these reality TV show bullshits. And understand, it's something you got to work on every day. So until they get to that part, a lot of these people in these relationships, especially the younger generation, are going to be fucked.
Like you said, I mean, that's so true. Movies, TV, it all sets such unrealistic expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah, people come into it with like an idea of love, and that's unfair to force that on somebody else, or at
Yeah.
least not be willing to like compromise or try and work with it a little bit. You ain't gotta settle for no bum ass dude or girl, but like at the end of the day, you gotta understand this is real life, and people got different circumstances.
Everyone has flaws. No one's perfect.
Exactly. People be trying to hop into things, man. Like, you're not gonna find nobody that's perfect, so you might as well just find someone that you're willing to work on.
You're not going to
things
see
with.
eye to eye on every single thing, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true. But anyways, that is it for this episode of From Boys to Men. I want to thank Ashley for coming on today as a last minute guest. You should definitely have to come back on. You did a great job.
Well, thank you.
And Eddie Bunch, man, thank you for being in the building like always.
Of course, Mr. Co-host.
Yes, sir. And for all the people in the King's Court, we'll see y'all on the next episode. All right. Peace, love, happiness, respect. And stop bullshitting with these people, man.